talk some boxing. So, all right. So this weekend you have Jamal James fighting, and a couple of other people. I'm supposed to be having a representative go cover that fight, but we'll see what's up with that. So, and I'm getting prepared for some other fights that's coming up. So we'll see what's happening. But all right. So nevertheless, well, like I said before, Thursday, February 23rd. And yet again, still no announcement for Tank versus Ryan Garcia. But I have an idea of what's going on. My own guesstimation is they're waiting, like we're all waiting, to see what's going to happen with these big meetings that's going on with Showtime and Paramount, to see what they're going to do as far as the future go. Because they already started merging some of the companies together and started laying a couple of people off and then giving people different positions and stuff. Then you've been hearing about Steven Espinosa maybe leaving Showtime. And then you're hearing that once again that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is in negotiations. Listen, I'm going to just tell you guys, this is just real talk. Until you hear an official announcement, until you hear about a date, a location, all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't even get, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even get my hopes high banking on this fight happening, because we all seen what happened the last time. So I'm not going to do this to y'all, and I highly recommend that you guys don't do this to yourselves, because it's just no use until you hear about an actual fight, till you see them basically having an actual press conference. Then I'll finally believe it's a reality. But I really do think that some other stuff is going on with Showtime behind the scenes. Like I said, this is why this fight haven't got announced. It should have got announced by now, because you've been hearing that both of these men have signed their contracts. So what's the hold up now? What's the hold up now? You hearing that Showtime and DAZN are at odds about broadcasting? I don't see how that could be when that already had got worked out, or allegedly got worked out. I just believe there's something else going on behind the scenes. Really, if you look at the PBC, they really don't have a fall schedule, to be honest with you. They don't have a fall, summer, or, you know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing really coming up past Caleb Plant. That's the last official fight they got, you know what I'm saying? That's official. You don't have an official date for Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. You're hearing first week of May, but is that really going to happen? You still don't have an official announcement for Tank versus Ryan Garcia. So you're starting to wonder, okay, is this fight jeopardy? What's up? And those fights haven't became a reality. Then you also heard about Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. That was supposed to be the fight that was happening next. And that went from getting pushed from April, I think, to May or something like that, or even June. But still no definitive date. So this is where you get a little worried, okay, what's going on? What are they not telling us? When we gonna know something? So we can get ready, start preparing for these fights, get ready to make plane reservations, hotel reservations. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing. You don't see nothing ahead. I don't see an autumn. I haven't heard about an autumn schedule. Summer, fall, none of that stuff. So something seemed to be going on. And they can get mad all they want, but I'm reporting what I'm seeing with my own eyes. You can't get mad at the media for reporting what they're seeing with their own eyes. One thing that I'm not going to allow nobody to tell me what to talk about on my channel. I'm not going to let nobody control my channel. Straight up. That's just real talk. Like I said before, I've been seeing what the other people was afraid to say. I've been going in on the other side of the street, because I just believe a lot of the stuff they doing was straight cap, and they proved it. But anyway, let me talk about something I seen a video, and I forgot to do a video in regards to this. I know Danny Garcia still don't want no smoke with Bud. Danny Garcia talking about he want to fight with either Canelo or Triple G. He looking for big fights. No, he's looking for one substantial payday, and then he ready to get up out of boxing. It's funny. I forgot who he did the interview with. I know the dude. I done seen him a couple of times. I know he out of Philly a couple of times. Cool cat though. Cool dude though. Cool dude. And it was funny. Danny Garcia was talking about his future plans and about, I want Canelo or possibly Triple G. I'm willing to go up in weight. And I know this dude didn't ask him about Terrence Crawford. I know that's like a forbidden word, like in Philly, to ask somebody about Terrence Crawford. But I would have asked Danny Garcia, like, why not try to fight Terrence Crawford? But we already know Danny Garcia been, Danny Garcia been exit stage left a minute with Terrence Crawford. Like I said, he elected to take $1 billion, 1.2 if I'm not mistaken, to fight Adrian Granados, and he was guaranteed like $3 million to fight Terrence Crawford. And he talking about call who. But that's always seen to be the thing, to fight Terrence Crawford at the bottom line. It's supposed to be such easy work, but nobody won't get in the ring with him. That's just real talk. And at one time, Danny Garcia was the mandatory for the WBO, and he didn't want to fight. And according to reports, according to the WBO themselves, Virgil Ortiz has declined 2 opportunities to fight Terrence Crawford. So what does that tell you? Now I know Golden Boy been trying to clean it up, but I'm trying to figure out why would the WBO lie on Virgil Ortiz. But that's what these dudes do. They talk a good talk. They talk big boy talk, when they in front of cameras, when they doing meetings and all that kind of stuff. And then behind the scenes, they like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't want that fight. I don't want to fight Terrence Crawford right now. I don't want it right now. But yeah, Danny Garcia, he been doing that. The man been ducking Terrence Crawford. People say Danny Garcia got this granite chin. I bet you Terrence Crawford to stop Danny Garcia. I bet you money Terrence Crawford to stop Danny Garcia. And then you'll hear people making excuses. You'll hear the detractors making excuses, because that's what they always do, because they full of it. And like I said before, I'm just glad that I distance myself from a lot of these clowns and stop showing support for them, because a lot of them is full of it. I'm glad that I got away from some of these dudes. And that's just real talk. A lot of these dudes is just cornball, and they ish starters and they instigators. That's the only thing they like to do is instigate. And then, like I say, they try to play that fake pro-black card, but then all I done seen for the last 4 years is them tearing down another black man in typical fashion. But then had the audacity to be trying to act like they for the people. They for the people. They for black people, man. They just laughable. And then I just laugh at the fact that these dudes be thinking they can bully you and think they can intimidate you. Like, man, if you don't get out of here, bro, ain't nobody scared of none of you dudes sitting up in your chairs or sitting in gigantic mics. Nobody don't care about none of that stuff, man. Ain't worried about nobody on here. So I'm just keeping it a buck. But Danny Garcia, he been ducking Terrence Crawford. So I give Sean Porter credit for getting in the ring with Terrence Crawford. I give him credit. I give him credit. I give him credit. Because we know Danny didn't want it. See it as but I understand why Philly people don't, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't dissing Philly, but I understand why it's a forbidden rule not to ask about Terrence Crawford, because I know Philly don't care too much for Terrence Crawford because of other stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not from Philly. I'd ask him the question, like I said before, how is Triple G a big fight? And how, like, for real, at this point, how is Triple G a big fight? Triple G looked horrible in his last fight. I mean, he looked every bit of a 41-year-old man. He looked horrible in his last fight. So how is it that that's a big fight for Danny Garcia? I'm just keeping it a buck. How is that a big fight for Danny Garcia? And we already know Canelo ain't even gonna waste his time with Danny Garcia. So I'm just trying to figure out, why don't Danny Garcia, you know, say, Bud, let's get it on. But like I told you before, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. A lot of these dudes don't even know when is their next fight. They really don't. They don't know when is the next time they're gonna get in the ring, and I think that's unfortunate. I think that's unfortunate. At the end of the day, you had a good machine going, but you didn't put enough oil in it. You didn't, you know, maintenance enough, and you kind of let it break down. And that's what happened with, you know, the other side of the street now. And I'm not worried about you fake pro-black dudes talking that, hey, man, don't talk about an organization. Like, man, get out of here, man. But y'all always like tearing down another black man. So I've been saying this about Danny Garcia. I've been telling people he's been ducking Terrence Crawford. But, you know, that go upon deaf people ear. You act like you tone deaf. You only want to hear certain things. All of a sudden, you got ear when somebody is trying to present information, agenda, and it's something that you rolling with, then all of a sudden you want to hear, no matter how much evidence somebody provide for you. And that's what a lot of these dudes do. Doesn't matter whether somebody got 100,000 subscribers or 100 or 1,000 subscribers. Cap is cap. And like I said, I kind of take offense to a lot of these dudes that be sitting up lying on their channel, like the Least Attorney and a few other people. Dude don't never go to no fights. He don't never really do no interviews. But he sit up there and make up stuff behind his computer. And I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad Bud got it to do. I'm glad he started to respond to his haters and detractors and stuff. Because at the end of the day, it gets to the point where enough is enough. And like I said, the people mostly that have torn down and attacked Terrence Crawford got the same skin color as him. And that's just real talk. Nobody wants to have those real conversations. They cornballs. And like I said, keep listening to these dudes with their fake videos and their fake panels, you know, making up stuff, lying. Because like I said before, I answer to no one. And that's just real talk. I don't have no damn boss. But anyway, be back with more later on. It's your boy, out.